Hi, my name is Paula Stitch and I'm in Somerset. I've been teaching FitSteps now for the last 9 years, originally in Surrey actually, and I recently moved here, so I've had to regroup and set up all again, which is a bit daunting, but I'm getting there. I originally decided to take the training because I'd already been teaching numerous dance fitness classes and I was looking for something different to add to my bow. And a friend of mine actually did the very original training when FitSteps was first launched. So I went along to her class and loved it. Having a dance and ballroom background myself, it ticked every box for me really. So I immediately went home and looked up when the next live training was and booked on, and off I went. So I guess before the training day I was a little nervous. I think it's good to be nervous. I think however many trainings you've done, they're never ever the same. The assessment is never the same. Some are live on the day, some are pre-recorded. And I think you have this, feeling always of not knowing what to actually expect. I think, experiences can be different. You wonder who's going to be there, how many people are going to be there, how many are going to be good dancers, and so on and so on. But I have to say it was a great training day. It was a lovely Ian Parker and Rhiannon Sparrow. And I remember getting there, and I remember we did a live class with Rhiannon, and it was just like, wow. And that just totally sold the whole thing. If I had any doubt of what I was doing, I immediately changed my mind. It was a great day. It was a very encouraging day. We all settled into it. There was a range of people when I did it. Some had danced, some had not danced as much. There was men and women. The assessment was a little scary. I think they always are, but it was okay. Ian was very, very good. Making us all feel positive about it and encouraged us. So that was that. I heard about it probably, I don't remember now, it's probably a week or so later that I passed. And initially I didn't really do anything with it. I sort of was busy anyway, and I thought, well, let's think about this. So I wasn't sure whether to set up in the halls in the community in the area I was in, or whether to look at getting it into a sports centre where I was already teaching. And then just by pure chance, a slot came up at the sports centre where I was already teaching. So they asked me if I'd like to do something, and I said I would. So I did FitSteps, and I'm not kidding, it was about 4 months, I would say. I had 6 people in my class the first day. I remember it. And then within about 3-4 months, I had 25 people. I think 6 months down the line, they offered me another class because it was so popular. And I haven't looked back since really. I just love it. I honestly can't talk about it enough or do it enough. It just has this ability to make you feel so many things. It's just the whole package with FitSteps. It's the HQ from the head office, from the people there who were so helpful, to everybody that's an instructor, and obviously to the class participants. It just is like a one big family. There's never anything, if you're unsure of anything, you can find out. Everybody is super, super supportive. Like I said earlier, I've taught many things, and I can honestly say that this is my favourite. And I think it's the best setup too. That's just my opinion. It might not be everybody's, but it's my opinion. I just absolutely love it. I think if I had to choose a favourite dance, I can't. I actually like them all so much. And that sounds maybe a bit like, oh God, really? But I do. I think sometimes if you have a great song and you put together a good routine, and the ladies are there in class, I think that makes you feel it's your favourite. But I just like all of it, to be honest with you. I think initially when I had rumba and Argentine tango, I was a little bit like, oh, with them. But now I feel much, much better after just getting out there, doing some flair classes, and just experience really. I think it just goes down to practice, like lots of things. I think if I had to say something about FitSteps that actually stands out the most, I would probably say, I think it's the ability, or that's not the right word really, maybe the way they give you the steps as you go on, you get more difficult steps, and you can use the music they provide you, although you can also use your own music, and you can choreograph yourself together. And I think that's what I really love about it, the freedom. A lot of other things I've taught have been very set, and you have to do it like this and you have to say this. I think with FitSteps, I think you have a little bit more freedom to like tailor it to your class, as to what they're like and what they want and how they can do it. And you can put your own stamp on it, like a little bit of your own personality. I've been to lots of other classes of FitSteps and nobody is the same at all. Everybody is doing the same thing, but in a very different sort of personality way. So I think that's what I like about it. I think that every class is unique. And I think as well that having that ability to do that has actually made me a better instructor all round. Even though I had experience before I did FitSteps, I think the ability to build your own stuff and use the steps and the learning that goes with it, I think it's made me today a much better instructor. That's what I feel. It's helped with my confidence, it's helped with my ability of how I put a class together. And I think that's gone down to, again, how they help you, how you can do additional learning. I just think it's great. And also, you know, fellow instructors are also really helpful. There's a lot of very talented people we have, and inspiring people. And I just think things like that as well help you, definitely as well. So that's me really. It's my favourite thing, and thank you. Thank you to FitSteps.